100 degrees in this paradise. Palm trees, tropical satellite. Eyes roving, feeling high as a kite. Am I dreaming? Floating in the air tonight. Planning for an all-nighter. When the party don't stop. Gotta live it up, live it up. Living once is what they say. No turning back, we gotta play the game of life and do it right. Don't waste no time, cause we start. Can I have a drum roll, please? Yeah, my vibe is your vibe.
Hello everybody, this is a Respawn League Highlander cast. My name is Michael, and I'm joined by Trips here this evening.
Hey everyone.
And we're going to be covering one of the Week 2 games. We're going to be covering Doing It for the Badge versus Furry. And thankfully, because we delayed the stream a little bit, it looks like this game is going to start reasonably soon. There's already 18 players in the server, all on their right classes. So I'd be hoping that it's going to be getting underway pretty soon. But in the meantime, how are you going this evening, Trips?
I'm going well, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm going well. I finished work about half an hour ago, and I've just been trying to figure out more about these teams, and also looking at Pro Side, which is something that a lot of people may not have realized, because not many officials have been played yet, but the version of Lakeside that we are playing, I believe this is the first time it's been played competitively, or at least in Australian competitive.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen this version of the map myself. I've just realized that there isn't actually a pool anymore.
Yeah,
so it'll be interesting as we go along.
That is one of the big changes. There are a few other small ones, some ramps on the bats, and there's a drop down over the health kits, but we do have the game underway, and just quickly on this rollout, who do you think is going to be taking this red or blue team?
Honestly, probably blue, because I do see harassed, and from experience I know he's very good, but the red demo's actually beating Mundane here to mid.
Yeah, no, you did have, who is that? You did have Bitler beating Mundane to mid, and Mundane going down quite early to the red sniper, but as you were saying, Hiras just taking up post on point, getting the good damage in for his team, and it looks like blue team is going to have a pretty good hold on this point here, as red's just stuck in pool. Although I say that, they just walked into their combo and lost a bunch of players, and it looks like red's going to take them in.
Unidentified just got, 3 picks, the medic, the heavy, and the NG, so those are pretty strong picks.
Yeah, no, that's unidentified, just cleaning it up for his team. They're really looking like it was a dire situation, but they win the first mid. And we've got red taking their own right side, trying to take picks on the point again, but not being very successful. Bitler maybe going down?
They do seem to be gaining some ground. It seems like blue is kind of just falling back, hiding behind, maybe trying to get grouped together before they start pushing up again.
Maybe trying to bait an Uber in as well, because they do have full Uber ad, and they're getting good damage onto red without needing to pop this, so they may just look to take a free fight.
Shy is very low right now, and he does go down to Andiro.
And you've actually got, just in the meantime, you've actually got Hirast going down to Zia, the spy for red, so good pick, meaning that they aren't going to get completely rolled, and they can actually keep a good bit of ground here despite losing their med.
The blue medic did use his Uber as well, but I think that he'll still get his Uber back before Shy does. Yeah, it looks like he's about 40% ad.
Yeah, no, it's, oh, and Clippy actually getting the spy, but Zia still getting a pick on the Mundane. This is going to be the time where red's going to look to push onto the point. They've got the demo ad, and it's Lakeside, it's Pro Side. They're going to abuse the fact that this hill is just a nice arc for the demo's ammunition to fly across. But, red not really doing anything with it. Clippy kind of pushing onto the point every now and then, air blasting someone away, and red's gonna well, they're not going to give up Uber Red, but they're going to give up their window to push without Uber, as blues are encroaching on it right now, just getting it. They pop it immediately on the heavy on the point. Who have we got going down? We've got the Pyro and the Heavy going down for red. The Med does look like they are going to get out, but no, he gets caught by the Soldier as he's leaving, and it looks like the rest of the red combo is going to get cleaned up on the point without getting the cap.
Yeah, that's a... Yeah, blue really pushed up again there. They really applied the pressure and red just couldn't take it. Although we do see the Cloak Spy coming up on the cap, so we might be able to get a solid pick here.
Might be able to, but Heros finds them.
No, he does get panned.
Yeah, and I feel like this is just going to be a repeat of every other fight, except this time red really has no time to play with, as blue only needs 30 seconds on the cap, and then they win this first round.
And Harass does get the pick on the red sniper. So, and yeah, they do seem to be keeping control at this point, although they are stepping back a little bit down the stairs.
Yeah, they've fallen back a bit, but...
The red team is very low.
Yeah, Bitler getting forced back by Endy there, and they're going to make the final stand on the point, but blue is just going to sit, wait for this Uber, and then just go onto the heavy again. And
Yeah, they kind of didn't have a choice. They had to push up, you know,
Yeah,
regardless of how many players they have. But it seems like
they've got the better Uber here.
surprisingly.
But you've just got the heavy sitting on the point, he gets 2, and I think he ran out of ammo. Yeah, it looks like they're going to give up the point, and okay, Mundane does end up getting out, so that's going to make for an easy re-push, and Heros looks like he's going to live as well. So, blue team is going to have a full roster of players right before Andy died, but they're getting the picks to counteract it, and they should be able to walk onto point. You've got Mundane taking his left side for free, with the rest of his combo behind him. Surely they've got to be looking to end it here. No medic, no sniper, and no demo now on the side of red team. This is when you've got to take it.
Yeah, I'll be very impressed if they manage to hold this, considering their medic was also having to reset his Uber with only 10%.
Yeah, it's...
Heavy's very low, going down.
Yeah, it's looking like they're going to do it. No one's on point, except for the Spy, but he misses it. And that's going to be a round for blue team. 1-0 in their favor, and I wonder if we're going to see any closer rounds after that one, because that one was pretty in favor of blue.
Looks like Bitler is going poolside. Well, not really poolside anymore, but poolside as opposed to going mid this time. Does get sniped by Harassed.
And it looks like blue is, yeah, they're going to do the exact same thing that red did last time and just take pool, but they're giving it up and focusing... Oh, what are they doing? They're rotating the point now. So I think they're just going to look at doing the same thing where they kind of bait red into going into pool, but red's not falling for it this time. We're going to have a team fight on the point. And it's looking a bit in favor of the red team, except for just now where Unidentified goes in and gets another 2 great picks on the combo.
Yeah, he's been doing very, very well this game. Very important picks.
Yeah, a lot of blue team is just really, really overperforming almost, like compared to what you'd normally see from some of these plays. You know, you've got all of the stars aligning for them, which is quite possibly why you're seeing this game go so heavily in their favor.
Harass does manage to pick off the other sniper, which means blue kind of has more room to move around on the point without worrying him, and they do pop Uber.
Yeah, they did. They actually got forced there. Red Pyro just walked onto the point and got the med, I think, down to like single-digit health there, but they get the med with it, so
yeah,
not a massive loss at the end of the day.
Definitely ended up still working in their favor. Small Uber ad. So
Yeah,
it might be
got a-
fairly close if they don't manage to kill the medic
Actually,
again.
minuscule ad. I thought it was going to be a lot more than that, but we're only looking at about like 7%. It's practically evens at this point. I don't know what's happening with blue med here, but is he about to die? No. Turns around just in time to catch out Zia, and
Shy's
he's
actually
gonna
caught up and is now ahead in Uber for some reason.
yeah,
Steel
that's-
Mushroom wasn't healing.
And it looks like they're actually gonna like.
So Identified does get the medic. Good pick again.
And Susu, right
And the
before
sniper.
dying to the Spy, actually gets a pick on the Steel Mushroom, but Blue responds and actually pretty much wipes Red there. Gonna cap the point immediately after losing it, so... I don't think they're going to be too mad with this situation, and they're going to get... they delayed their own heavy, but that shouldn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things, as all of red was on the same spawn wave.
Yeah, they do seem to be pushing up kind of pool area to see if they can maybe gain some more ground before they push up. Although Harastas has got the angle.
You've actually also got Andy Roo behind, getting a pick onto the telly, and he's going to look at getting onto the sniper. He knows he's there, but... Yep, Andy Roo is going to get hopefully a good pick. Yeah, he does clean it up onto the sniper, so that's just going to keep bringing it in favor of blue, letting Heras just take control of the map.
I don't think they've noticed the red spy yet, so we might be able to get a drop on the medic, although the scout did manage to find him.
Yeah, and also, Drapabat set up a level 3 gun on the point. It's sitting by the full ammo kit. And it's like barely taking any damage. I hope red finds out about this before they need to use Uber, because otherwise they're just gonna, oh no, I don't think they know. This is gonna be a very rude awakening for when they try to back up from the point.
It's quite a good spot considering red was pushing up from poolside, so they can't really see it until they get quite close to it, in which case it's too late, but it does manage to go down, and red does manage to take the point.
Yeah, pretty much getting a wipe. Maybe blue playing a bit too much around that gun. I felt like if they just kind of let it there doing its thing and fighting their combo, maybe let it clean up the flank, but Andy Roo killing himself for the medic, for the greater good of his own team. Who cares about stats when you've got med picks?
It's the best stat.
It really is. Get 5-0'd, it's fine. You have 7 med picks.
We've kind of swapped sides now, with blue kind of pushing poolside now and red on the point, but Harast is going to go down to the spy, and Andy Roo does seem to be pushing up, but he does get arrowed.
Yeah, no, he's actually doing a really good job at taking room here for his team, but catching a pipe from Bitler. And it looks like blue's going to look at playing off of this Uberad, but they do really need to be careful to make sure that they don't lose anyone here for no reason, as Rav does go onto the point but lives. And Red Pyro is in a very aggressive position, actually with a dispenser, but getting caught off by the mini sentry of all things. And the scout for it actually looking like he went for something, and it looks like red is just kind of, yeah, getting a bit eager, bit keen to maybe stop the cap, not realizing that they are at a 25% disad, so they do just need to wait. They can like, oh,
And Shy does
You're
go
kidding me.
down. And
Just
it looks
playing,
like,
yeah.
you know, red's very much losing their edge with the combo going down.
yeah.
And the Pyro's very low, kind of the only one on
Vivian,
point here.
he gets another force onto him. Okay, so this is somewhat recoverable for red.
The
do
scout
have-
is
yeah.
behind.
They have 35 seconds. They're gonna end up having slight Uberad if they manage to build this up pretty well and push in with enough people as the clock's running down. They could possibly take a look at winning this round, and with Sniper and Heavy being down for blue, this is, you know, everything's in their favor to do it. It's
Yeah,
just a
they
matter
are
if they need to pull it off.
definitely pushing up here. They're giving it all they've got, and they do manage to be kind of gaining room here, although I guess they don't really have a...
Actually,
Yeah, they do actually cap.
yeah,
and
no,
blue falls
something
back.
something that made the entire difference. Zia, throughout the entire fight, was just chasing the blue med all the way to his spawn and got such a delayed kill that the blue med's pretty much just spawned and red's got full Uber ad on the point. Blue med still isn't healing. This is gonna end
Yeah.
up being 100-0.
He did. Did seem to be a kind of a lack of comms there as he was running through mid and no one was actually there.
Yeah.
So he's run pool now and found his players.
But yeah, this is gonna be tight. 36 seconds, and blue is slowly building Uber, but they want to go without it. They
And
just-
red does
yeah.
Uber.
They use on point. This is actually not too bad because red gets, I mean, the demo with it, and that's it. Although they lose the heavy in the post to the spy, and oh, Zia just destroying Drapabat there, and it's just the med capping. The scouts accidentally steps onto the point, but they're gonna cap it. And they have 60% Uber. This is ad with no demo, no med. Are they gonna win this?
I was very surprised when the red Uber didn't actually attempt to push the blue medic at all and try and delay that Uber. But they do manage to get him, and he is on respawn.
Will the heavy
and they
be able to
manage
do
cap
anything?
again.
He needs to get onto the point, or someone does. The Pyro's here with the NG. Can they do anything? But they can't deal with the heavy on the point. Just too much damage, too much of a tank. And things are tied up now, 1-1 after a very back and forth round.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see more rounds like that. That was much more even than the first round, for sure.
Yeah, I really want to be paying attention to what the soldiers are doing this mid, because we're seeing Andy Rue do a whole lot more than Beck here. Although I do believe Beck is normally the scout, so we might cut her some slack. So, where are they?
The scout actually does manage to jump into the combo and put the medic very low.
And it actually looks like, yeah, so Andy went for something but got countered by Beck, and it looks like Blue, yeah, they are just quite convincingly losing this.
And Drapper the NG is for some reason behind everyone on the red team, but he is being chased by the soldier. I don't think he'll have much longer unless he gets the scout here, and he does not.
Gets the teleporter though, so that's going to be a bit annoying for Red, and might be something they look at abusing, maybe, if they realize. Although, what Demo and Sniper just getting so aggressive out of pool, pushing onto Blue Bats and paying the price for it. Surely Blue's going to take a look at pushing something here, and yeah, they're going to take an Uber fight right outside of their own pool, and they should be able to take point off of this.
Yeah, they do seem to have the upper hand here, although they aren't really pushing up as much as I thought they would.
Yeah,
and the spy does go
Oh.
down on the red team with only
Yeah, they lose their
Pyro.
heavy and their demo before they can take points, so I think this is certainly going to be in the in favor of Red here, unless Andy Rue. Although he pairs with Bitler and pairs with Unidentified and manages to pick Bitler, and I think Med is going to get out on very low health. Andy Rue did manage to put him out of the fight, but couldn't clean it up. Although, is he going to now? He's on bats, but he gets blasted away.
Yeah, he just makes it out with his life. And Harass does pick the other red sniper.
Yeah, you've got Red kind of gathering below the point, as they have been, especially in the first round when they were losing, but we'll see. Are they going to walk into Mundane's pipes? And it looks like they are a bit. You've got the heavy and the soldier going quite low, Demo eating a pipe, and Clippy actually walking forward and getting a force. But Mundane's out of this. He really needs some heals to be able to refight here, and they're going to Uber in. They need to catch the med here, and it looks like Andy Rue will just get a rocket in, catches the med, and Blue are going to be very happy with the way this fight went.
Yeah, Clippy actually doing a really good job of air blasting that Ubered medic back, so they can't really do anything. But it does seem like... Oh no, the sniper does go down on the red team.
Yeah, and you've just got, again, they're walking into the low ground, Unidentified, getting a pick onto Shy as he enters. They're going to clean up Bitler here. And,
Pyro did walk in solo, maybe to try and get the medic or another important pick, but does get easily beaten by the entirety of the blue team. Though the red sniper is back up.
And I mean, it is blue team actually just leveling the time here, so they're about 10 seconds ahead now, so they're going to be looking to just keep this Uber ad. They're at about 50-60% here, so they're just going to hold on point again, wait for Red to take a Uber that goes in Blue's favor, and see what they can do.
It seems like Blue does have to force because of the scout running behind them as they were fighting the red team in pool.
Yeah,
so
they're not going to be able to get Red med here, so he's going to be able to stay alive on bats. They're going to clean up most of the team, most of the rest of Red, and they're going to be at about a 40% Uber disad here.
Rav does actually take the medic down, running into pool, and the heavy doesn't actually manage to see him.
Yeah, the hero plays coming from Rav.
It's definitely an easy trade.
Yeah, every day of the week you take that trade if you're a scout, and you've got, Ryan trying to do the same thing but dying as he's got 500 ping. So
I'm really hoping to see one of the snipers here actually go off on a bit of a streak. It doesn't seem like there's been too many important picks. I'm hoping Harassed or Susu's actually going to go on a bit of a tear.
And we've got a pause. Hooray, Highlander.
I'm glad that wasn't just me.
So this is probably going to be the start of the next round, I'd imagine. I don't see a world in where blue can lose this, as you've got, what, I think there was 17 seconds or something like that as the pause happened, and you've got blue med with 80% on the point with the heavy. Their demo's just spawning. This round's looking pretty in favor of blue.
Yeah, we can see in pool here that Shy's actually on 8 HP and has been surrounded. I'll be very impressed if Beck manages to get the medic out of here.
It looks like Trapper is just about the pistol Shy, so that is going to be some heroics if Shy manages to live out of this.
I think Beck's just running through all the ways in his mind that she might be able to actually take down Drapper before he fires off a single shot. But we do have Andy Roo about to land and give some assistance unless Bitler manages to take him down. However, Bitler is only on 13 HP, so if Andy Roo does turn around, it's game over.
Yeah, and there is one thing that you brought up before that I actually wanted to touch on. So, like, in terms of the snipers, like, at the start of the game, I mean, both snipers, really, Hiraste and Susu, they both had a pretty good control on the game, you know? Like, they would pick each other and then just kind of plant themselves on the point or on their bats and just get picks and headshots anytime someone walked into their way. But since that first round in particular, both teams have really upped the amount of effort they're putting into shutting down these snipers. And neither of them have really done anything after that first round, which is quite a shame, but obviously both teams are realizing what they need to do to be able to win this map. Even if they sacrifice their own sniper, they're making the right call and making sure that the other sniper doesn't have free reign because of it.
For sure, and they are actually sitting very even in terms of points, with Harassed only having 2 points more. So it is definitely an even battle.
Yeah, it is. I'm seeing if I can pull up the logs so I can see kills, and actually, as of the logs updating, they're actually even on kills, 22 apiece, but Susu dying a lot more than Hiraste, so that quite an even battle in terms of their impact on the game, so we'll touch a bit more on that at half. I was just curious as to what their kills were, as we are still on a pause.
Yeah, they haven't actually said any reasons as to why they're on the pause, at least in the game chat. I'm not sure if you've had a Steam message or anything.
No, I haven't seen anything here, but I imagine it will be cleared up 90 seconds after the pause happens. Okay. So it seems like Red is probably going to be looking at getting a replacement for Ryan or Gooseman, who was playing Soldier for them at the beginning, but is currently on Scout. And yeah, so hopefully it doesn't take them too long to find someone. Obviously, you know, they want to be keeping that momentum off of them winning the last round. And yeah, see if they can pull something together to make a comeback on this round.
Yeah, I'm hoping the red spy is actually able to kind of take a pick while the heavy's distracted with Hoovian. The blue spy is very far away from the action. But hopefully Zui is able to maybe take a pick on the medic or the heavy if they don't turn around in time.
Yeah, quite possibly. It looks like he's probably going to go around the obelisk to blue's left side, by the full ammo, and see if he can get something there. But
yeah, I'm hoping he realizes that they're actually behind him instead of him going and maybe trying to pick off Harassed.
Yeah, no, I imagine he does. I'm pretty sure he walked past them to get here, so hopefully he does have that in mind, as that might make for some interesting situations towards the end of the round.
I'd imagine that Bitler and Hoovian are also telling him kind of what they're seeing as well, that they're looking at them. It does seem like after we unpause that Blue's actually going to have the upper hand here and we do actually unpause. And Shy does go down to the pistol. And the Red Spy actually does get the heavy as well.
Yes, I mean, getting a decent pick there, but Blue is still going to end up getting Uber here, although Steel Mushroom's on 90%, getting players to heal, so this should be a pretty clean round for them to clean it out. Yeah, they're just going to Uber onto the point. And that should be all she wrote.
Although the Red is definitely applying some pressure and actually does take control of it. With the Steel Mushroom falling back to none of his players, all the way back to the spawn.
Yeah. But actually, with Shy going down at some point in that fight, is going to look at being pretty solid Uber ad for Blue here, so they should be able to take this back pretty easily. Although you do have Susu posted up on the other side of Pool, stopping as many people as he can from going through, but Clippy being a pain is in his rear with the Scorch Shot. And yeah, you've just got Blue going to be walking onto the point.
Yeah, the heavy does go
everyone.
down. Shy's running away. It's game over.
Yeah, that's going to be 2-1 for Blue. And the moment where they pause should be coming up pretty soon. Yeah, there we go.
And it does look like the two demos are going pool again this round instead of pushing mid, and they are just firing stickers at each other across the pool.
Yeah, but you've actually got Blue, or at least Rav4 for Blue, trying to take point by himself, but dying to Susu, and you've got both teams rotating the point here. And yeah, Unidentified's going to get caught out while he's going for a pick on Susu. Meanwhile, you do have the Pyro for Blue going down along with the Spy, as Blue is just trading picks here with Red, losing their Soldier for an Engineer and a Heavy, going down to Heros now. You've got the Pyro for Red getting on the point, trying to finish off that cap, as the Unorthodox is going to try and get some leftover picks, but Red's actually run out crits here. And Steel Mushroom, he's going to live. I'm pretty sure he surfed a regular sticky away, because I think Shy either died or took the crits off of Bitler for a second there.
Yeah, Shy actually got headshot by Harassed, I believe, before they, with a little bit of those crits remaining. But Bitler actually does manage to survive by jumping away. And now it seems like Red is pushing up a little bit, with Mundane going down as well as the Blue Medic being stabbed.
Yeah, Zia just dying in the... Zia getting the pick onto the med in the middle of Blue's team. That was their opportunity to just come in. But Heros getting a pick onto Susu. And, is he going to get out? Yeah, Zia gets out. Unorthodox couldn't track him, but they know where he is, and Steel Mushroom ends up getting the pick.
And Harass actually goes down to the Soldier and the Scout.
And you do have Red actually swapping back off to Uber here, so hopefully they've picked that up so they don't have to worry about it anymore. As you've got Gears getting quite aggressive onto the point, alone at first, but the rest of his team following up here, making sure they don't give up that free pick.
Identified is going to stab the sniper here, and he does go down, although I'm quite surprised he didn't go for the medic. But, you know, picks a pick.
Yeah, picks the pick, and it turns into a lot more for Blue there, as they're actually going to force out Red completely. 4 people alive, and the only person on the combo being left being the medic. Although, Zia's going for something again, but I think, yeah, they caught onto him. He's got to back up. So that's going to be Blue getting Uber here. Yeah, they're going to slowly get it up while healing Heros. And it's going to be an even Uber fight, with Blue looking to keep their ground on the point here.
Yeah, they do have a bit of time to make up, to kind of even out with Red, and Red does pop the Uber and Blue counter pops.
Yeah, Mundane getting dropped right before, but it's going to be a solo on Clippy, and he actually just gives up the point with the last bit of the Uber instead of trying to get some last damage in, and he's going to pay with his life.
Andy Roo also tries to bomb into the combo around the dispenser and actually gets his rocket reflected by Hoovian. Didn't quite work out as well as they'd planned.
Yeah, this is going to end up being about 30% ad for red, so...
Z actually does go down as well. I think he was trying to hide at their spawn, but does get taken down by the demo.
Yeah, and you've actually got red sitting quite passively here. They're letting them get onto the point, maybe looking for Susu to get a bit aggressive and get some headshots, but nothing's working for him now as he is getting found by Rev. He should get cleaned up and pulled there with unidentified health, as he does. But you've got Blue just walking up on point, maybe realizing that red doesn't have quite yet, but really got to be careful here as they've just got Nuba now, and they don't want to accidentally force them while they're only on 90%.
Identified was behind them, but decided to go for the pistol instead of the knife, and didn't actually manage to take anyone down, going down to half health himself.
You've got Blue's Uber coming out, and Andy Rue is going to be very thankful of his med, as he did get flashed as he was on top of the heavy, but Mundane going down again to the Soldier of Red, as well as the rest of the combo apart from Steel Mushroom. As this looks like it's just going to be a closed out round, but Heros having something to say about it, panning Lukather, and Unidentified getting shy. Is this going to be a round? Well, not a round, sorry, a cap. That was quite impressive from Blue. I'm not sure how they held on to that. All I know is that Heros got a pan kill on a heavy.
He got a pan kill and then actually sniped the other sniper on about 20 HP and did manage to survive until his medic came and healed him back up. So, nice pick from Heros.
Yeah, if Red lose this round, they're going to be spewing, but it looks like Blue is keeping control of the point here, actually. Getting a nice few picks, getting med again on Red side, and
yeah,
yeah,
did seem like Red kind of rushed their push back there. Maybe they didn't realize that Blue actually had quite a lot of time, but they kind of just rushed in without waiting for the whole team.
Yeah, and this is going to be very close. Blue's fights while in this position have been very solid throughout the entire game. I mean, their spy checking's been good as Zia gets found again, and he dies right before the push is going to be happening. And this, I can see this going in the way of Blue team. Yeah, the holds on point have been very good, and you've got actually Unorthodox in an unorthodox position, sitting on the ledge above Pool. And yeah, that's they're just going to look at getting this damage onto them before they can push in. And actually, Shy dies again to spam from Mundane.
Yeah, 3 important players, the Demo, the Soldier, and the Pyro, actually all turned around at once to fight off that Soldier, which I don't think they should have all done that.
Yeah, and you've got Mundane getting just really good damage onto all of them, and Blues, oh, don't tell me this is how it ends. Oh.
Unorthodox managing to take out 2 players in Pool and just jumping in unsuspected with the Tomislav.
Yeah, and while all of that was happening, Shy managed to get a saw onto Rav, and the poor thing, Steel Mushroom, dropping after holding the Uber for 2 minutes, drops, and this could be the opening that Red needs. With no medic and all of the players going down, they're just going to walk onto the point with no Uber. Blue doesn't manage to take the fight that they want, and they lose their med for it, and that converts it into another even scoreline, 2-2, going into the last round of the half here. Okay, we've got both demos rolling out Poolside again initially, and yeah, you've got Rav just immediately taking point, looking for that 1v1 with a scout, and he's got to back up, otherwise he's going to die early. But you do have Andy getting on Susu quite early, and Mundane picking Zia. That's both pick classes for Red Team down at the start of this mid. Red's going to have to work some heroics if they want to try and win this, and it looks like they're already backing out. They don't want to be taking this.
Yeah, the medic is only on about half health, just gaining that health back, hiding while he regens. And they seem to be pushing up. Harassed goes down.
Yeah, they actually get forced, Red does. But Steel Mushroom dying to Susu there, so Red might be able to take this back immediately, but Unorthodox is going to have something to say about it.
Yeah, I'm hoping Shy isn't going to run straight out onto the battlefield with that low health, but it does seem to be working as Red have the advantage.
Yeah, Zia getting some nice picks. I believe it was onto the Soldier and Engineer, I want to say it was. yeah, just really cleaning up the reinforcements that are about to come in for blue there, as Hiras is going to look at taking position on his own bats. Very passive, seeing if he can catch someone overextending onto the point here. But he does just take a sentry gun instead. And actually, you've got Andy incredibly deep onto the point. No one doing anything. He gets the sniper and the soldier before finally falling to gears.
Yeah, I'm not sure why red fell back that much. They kind of let blue creep up and gather behind the point.
And you've just got everyone on red dying there, and they popped Uber. How did Shy die? Like, did he go for an arrow on someone? I'm pretty sure they popped Uber there, and Shy died during the Uber duration, so I think he may have put his minigun away. To the detriment of his
that
team.
Mundane killed him with a pipe.
Yeah.
Do seem to be bunching up outside pool again, the red team, and it just seems like a repeat. Blue's got very strong control of mid, although the heavy does go down and they do push Uber into pool.
Hopefully for the sake of blue it's not a repeat and they can manage to close out this fight, which it looks like they are.
Yes, they do seem to be establishing dominance here, although the demo does seem to be jumping around and survived much longer than he should have, with about 6 blue players trying to attack him.
Okay, I wanna keep eyes on Zia here. He is gonna be trying to make some more heroics happen, trying to clear out the ad, but he does get found out by Dropper. He's gonna back off, rotate around, see if he can find something a bit closer to Blue's Uber.
And they do seem to be pushing up their right side here, the red team, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen them do that yet, and it does seem to be working, although I think they're just a bit shy. They aren't quite pushing up, although they don't have many players. But blue is giving them a lot of room here.
Yeah, they just all fall. That was some really nice spam from Andy Rue there, but Mundane actually getting quite a lot of damage and wiping a lot of the people that were on the point before they capped. And Andy Rue's going to look at cleaning up the heavy here, but he does get the sandwich off. And this is going to be a hold for red, but with most of their team just spawning down, Mundane bombing the point, they may take a look at capping this very quickly to keep that time advantage.
Yeah, I don't think they should give blue any kind of advantage here. I think they should just push up. And it does look like they're doing that, but it actually looks like blue's gonna actually take this one. For us doing quite a good job.
Maybe getting a bit too aggressive for their own good. Most of their players just walking onto the point, and quite a few of them actually just like walking into Herast, getting a lot of damage onto them, and Shy's gonna die so late. 11 seconds spawn. Blue should be able to get Uber or pretty close to it before he's even alive, so.
And Herast is actually on their back. He does take down the engineer, but does get bottled by the demo.
And we're seeing Steel Mushroom on 78%. He's a bit slow on healing, maybe going for some of those arrows when he could be beaming and just building Uber a bit more consistently, but he should get it here. Susu and Lukatha going down on the side of red as blue's getting Uber here. They're going to look at Ubering in for this point defense, and this should be a pretty convincing fight, as half of red was already down before that fight started. And he's going to take some aggressive ground and make sure that they cannot enter the fight again healthy, picking off Shy before he dies. And this looks like it's going to be a 3-2 in favor of blue team going into the second half. They only need one more round to win, where red team does need 2 more. That was a lot closer than I thought it would be. I thought we might see a 3-1 going into the half, and quite possibly a 3-0, but red showing up for some of those rounds, taking some fights that maybe they shouldn't be winning, as to whether it's them, actually showing up and playing at the level that they want to be, or maybe blue slipping up here and there. I think that was a very, very close first half.
I agree. I think kind of red came into this as the underdog, but they definitely put up a good fight, and there's still a chance that they can bring this back. I think as long as they keep Harass down and Susu keeps getting those picks.
Yeah, I can definitely see it happening. Now there are a few things that I do want to touch on, just in terms of the logs, just to point at how much some of these players are doing for their team. So, I mean, the big one I want to point out is the combo on blue. You've got Mundane and Orthodox combined getting 80 kills in those rounds. 36 on Mundane, 44 on Unorthodox. And Mundane doing 532 DPM and Unorthodox getting 451. I mean, they really are the pillar of blue team in this first half. You know, they're coming in massive damage. They are taking most of the heals for the team, but when you're putting up numbers like that and you're barely dying, you can't really complain.
No, you can't at all. And Andir is actually doing a really good job bombing in and kind of getting that serious damage out while the red team's all in a cluster.
Yeah, definitely. And another thing I will point out, since we did mention the sniper kills at that kind of that 2-1 point, so they were 22 apiece at the time. In the last two rounds, Susu managed to get 7 kills. He went from 22 to 29, and then Hiras managed to get 19, going all the way to 41 kills before the end of that half. I mean, this is. I'm taking a better look at the kills here, and the discrepancy in the kills and the damage dealt between the two teams really does not make it look like this close of a scoreline. You've got 93 more kills on blue and 20,000 more damage over those 5 rounds.
Yeah,
and it was a 3-2.
If you showed someone those stats, they would not believe that it was a 3-2. But somehow, even with that amount of, kills that they aren't actually adding up to, it's still very even.
Yeah.
And we do have the second half starting now.
Yeah, rolling out to quite possibly the last mid. Mundane's improved a lot from the first one in his rollouts, actually meeting Bitler there, but Red is just blitzing in, wanting to take that pool room, and they're already wrapping the point, getting some really free kills here and denying a lot of space onto the side of blue team.
Yeah, it does seem like Red's being shuffled into pool, but they do actually push out and take
And they're getting
kind of position behind the point. Although they are actually afraid of Drapabat running away from him, even though he was solo.
Steel Mushroom getting very low there during that. And he's actually splitting away from his team to get some heals, but it's not too bad as Heros does get the full charge body shot onto the med. And it looks like Blues are going to finish out this cap, and they're going to have Uber add again. We may well be looking at the final round here, the way that this first fight is going, but Steel Mushroom still just kind of waiting. He's calling to his team, guys, I don't want to be in the sniper sight line. We're full Uber. Don't screw this up. Like, we need to be on the point. But he might die. Oh, he turns around just in time, but Spy, he gets one shot and he dies while he's turned around to Susu. And Blue is just going to crush this point, capping it so quickly after losing the mid-fight and nearly wiping blue team.
Yeah, very good push from Red there. Identified behind them, maybe trying to get a pick. Heavy's looking unsuspecting. I'm not sure if he's just giving info right now. It does look like he's trying to make a move here, though he does get piped randomly. Doesn't make it out.
Yeah, okay. It looks like Lukatha is aware that he is behind, and catches the soldier bombing just in time. Shy getting 80 health there, one rocket away, and he would have died. But got Mundane abusing this angle, getting a ridiculous amount of spam onto the combo there, but just because they're all buffed, they're not getting anything off of it here. As Zia onto Herast again, using that ambassador, getting up close with it instead of going for the long range style. And Red's actually fallen back off of point here, maybe looking to bait some people in, and Mundane's falling for it, but he does back up before they take his life. And it's actually looking like Blue's going to get over here for free. Red not really doing anything to stop it, not that they need to, they do have the point. And a minute time advantage as Unorthodox does die. And yeah, Mundane really needs to be in the super here, and he does get used on, but Clippy's gonna get left on the point to die, and this is just gonna be a, oh, okay, Mundane does manage to force a multi here, but it's gonna end on the... Heros, what are you doing? Heros was on top of Red's med, just with a pan out, and he surfed off of his head, getting absolutely no damage onto it. I think Heros might be having a bit too much fun with this game right now.
Yeah, I think he's maybe thinking that he can mess around a bit, although it's gonna bite him in the back if Red does actually make this an even match.
Yeah,
even more so.
Yeah, because we've certainly said they are not slackers, even if they, you know, seemingly are at a fragging disadvantage from the logs. I mean, they know how to play the objective, and when they hold it for a long time.
Identified actually getting very close to dropping, actually not dropping, killing Shy there, but their Bitler does turn around.
Oh, never mind. Heros is playing very serious. He's actually brought out the classic. And you may think I'm being sarcastic there, but the classic is Heros' gun.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's actually probably better on the classic than majority of people are with
normal
any
sniper
weapon. I believe he actually does have about 6,000 kills on that classic.
Oh, if that, like, that's... And, man, he's, gonna be coming in late to this team fight, and he's going for the pan. It looks like he's gonna die. It actually looks like Red, they are gonna win this round, and Blue, they capped mid, took it down 25 seconds, and then Red just for 3 minutes brought it down. And why was that a 1 round? What? Okay. Apparently a config was exec so that it was a 1 win limit, but it's 3-3. This is the final round. All tied up. This is the time for a config like this. As we're gonna see both teams doing the same thing again. Demo's trading spam at pool, and is the flanks trying to get on point early, and Andy Rue actually trying to get onto Bitvolt. He doesn't even get onto Bitler.
Andy
He gets
Rue
onto
actually
Shy.
getting 3 kills there.
That was massive. He got Bitler, Shy, and then cleaned up the engineer just for the shits and giggles, I guess. And that's gonna win his team the mid, without a doubt.
And you can tell Harasta's serious. He swapped back off the classic. Unfortunately, I think it would have been a lot of fun
No,
to
I
see
think
him
he's
go
throwing,
ham with
honestly.
that. And they do seem to be pushing up to pool area this time, maybe trying to push through pool at once and get Blue off the point, although Blue is looking very strong.
And they've got Uber. Surely Red needs to realize that they have Uber. They can't look at taking a close fight here, as Mundane is just going to get Ubered onto them and they are going to die. Although you've got the engineer, you've got Gears just walking through pool, and
It seems like a
getting a
very
kill.
early Uber.
they're gonna clear up most of Red with it, but the thing is that Shy gets out. And never mind, Rav just, Shy not getting up far enough, Rav cleaning it up, and Rav's also gonna clean up the teleporter as well. That was looking dicey for Blue, but they did manage to pull it back. And although, hang on, where's... Okay. Steel Mushroom getting put very low there, but managing to stay alive, although this soldier on Bats is... Ooh.
I'll be very
So
impressed
close.
if he's managing to. He actually,
Yeah.
Drapper doesn't turn around, but eventually does and shotguns him.
And surely they can't be giving up the point here. This is... And Shy goes out, they can't be giving up the point. Surely, you just... Yeah, okay. They get the Uber just as it caps. It looks like it might be a little bit of a dicey fight. Mundane may go down to the punching heavy. Looks like a melee fight, but Mundane wins it in the end. As my dog wants to bark at some cars outside. But yeah, look, that's another quite convincing team fight from Blue.
Andrew is behind them, actually taking the attention of the whole team, making everyone turn around, but he does get taken down by Beck. But I think it was enough time for Blue to actually kind of get their stuff together and push up.
Yeah, quite possibly, and Steel Mushroom getting put quite low there. He had to back up from point, and he's not healing people because of it. The rest of his team hasn't gotten the memo, and he turns around just in time to not get stabbed by Zia. And yeah, the rest of Red is going to fall. It looks like, yeah, Soldier's gonna die in the air. Pyro's not healthy on point. The demo's now on fire. This is looking quite convincing for Blue, realizing that they can't have fun anymore. They need to come in and win the video game. As it's coming up on a 2-minute advantage for Blue here. This is looking pretty good for them. Although, as I say, the Unorthodox going down and they're giving up the point. And actually Mundane going down as well. Steel Mushroom having to get out without doing anything and actually dying.
He does get sniped.
Oh, along with Hera, Susu
And
going
Clippy.
off. Oh my god, just walking through pool, getting what needs to be done for his team.
Also
Those were
getting
three
Andy
insane
right.
shots.
I think that was basically single-handedly stopping the blue team in their tracks.
Yeah, definitely. While a lot of them
Does
were
get
on the
taken
cleanup.
down.
Yeah, a lot of his kills were in the cleanup, but I mean, it's going to make this next fight a lot harder. Although, as I say that, Shy gets put down very low, and it's actually crits. Again, they've pulled out the crits, and they don't get a whole lot for it. Like, they get some flank members, but... yeah, Blue's going to be happy with this. They kept their meta alive just as long as they can build up this Uber, but Zia coming in, getting the med and the demo.
Yeah, I think Andy is on the hunt for Susu here while he's alone. But Bitler does manage to stop him.
Yeah.
And
Susu returning to his team.
Red definitely taking the advantage here. Blue kind
Definitely.
of moving up to pull mid area, kind of doing a reset so they can push in as a team.
Yeah, and they're going to be getting crits again. This time they're going to be holding the point with the crits, so...
And Zua actually getting harassed again with the Ambassador, definitely keeping him down.
Yeah.
Especially with that Razorback.
Red's getting quite close on the crits here, and I want to see a laser beam. I want to see a laser beam. Heal your heavy here. Oh, don't drop.
It
He
does
drops.
actually drop.
He drops unidentified, coming in, getting the med and the demo, opening it up for his team. They're going to look at taking the point, and with only 3 up on Red, they're going to cap it. Although, oh, Lukather
Steel
taking the
Mushroom
teleporter.
Steel Mushroom isn't careful here and kind of steps out. Susu actually might have a chance, but Andy Rude does keep him at bay.
Yeah, he's keeping him out. And Lukather getting cleaned up by Rav4. Hoovian getting cleaned up by Unorthodox. Blue has Uber as long as they don't drop, and Zia wants to make something happen. He's going for it, and he gets... oh my lord. Okay, that was very close. If Steel Mushroom turned just a little bit, he may have gotten face stabbed, but this will just be a solo Pyro Uber on the point once he gets down pretty low. And yeah, this is going to be... although, yeah, this is going to be round and game for Blue Team. AKA doing it for the badge, cleaning this game up finally. 4-3 on pro side.
Clippy actually doing a great job keeping Susu at bay there by lighting them on fire so he couldn't aim properly.
Yeah, definitely. Look, a lot of people on Blue Team stepping up in that final round in particular. Very similar. I mean, very similar damage to the first half we looked at in that final round. Mundane, closing it out with 549 DPM in that final round. Or Unorthodox up there with 485. And those two actually topping damage for that last round. Yeah, just honestly, like, that game was a lot closer than I thought it would be. Especially, like, I still can't get over that. Just the kill and damage discrepancy in that first half, like, that's insane. But still, 4-3 game. Furry managing to actually take very good control of the point when they had it. You know, like, obviously they were dying a lot when they didn't have the point, but like that second last round showed us, you know, if they hold the point, they can hold it for 3 minutes and just shut out a round.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
yeah. Look, I don't think we plan on doing interviews. I think that's pretty much it for the night. Do you have any closing thoughts, Trips?
I thought that was a great match to watch, honestly. I think Red Team really impressed a lot of people with how well they were able to stand up against Blue.
Yeah, no, I definitely share that sentiment. And yeah, look, considering we actually had nothing to go off of Blue Team. They did miss the first week, as I wish my dog could shut up as I'm trying to close out the stream here. Yeah, look, blue team, this was their first official. I think their first game together. I couldn't find any logs of scrims that were going on. But yeah, look, obviously a good first showing, and hopefully more from them to come throughout the season. And I think that does it for us tonight. I guess I'll start with the shout-outs. Look, shout-out to Atomic Affinity, and shout-out for Trips for co-casting with me. This was his first time casting, or at least first time casting in a long while, so let's, I don't know, spam emotes in the Twitch chat for him. And also shout-out to Connor for, obviously getting this sorted every week like he does and doing the production. I hope the camera work was pretty good and there was no T-Tor spam in the chat, because that would be sad. What about you, Trips?
I'm actually going to shout out both of these teams for bringing out a hell of a match to cast. Very good kind of way back into the TF2 scene as I have been away, but it's definitely kind of rekindling my interest. So just shout out to those two teams.
Yeah, look, hopefully you can find a spot on a roster during the season, and I think that's going to be us for the evening, unless Connor has any other thing he wants to butt in about. I think that's, yeah, okay, so Connor is going to say something, so I'll leave it to him. Yeah, I'm new here, never done this before.
Yeah, it's actually my first time ever launching TF2. I had to learn how to, actually move around in TF2 as I casted, so it was a hell of an experience.
What's a Source engine game? Cool.
Alright, so thanks for everybody tuning in to watch tonight. Yeah, that's pretty much